All right. How are we feeling after that? After really looking at everything that we should be thankful for and what we should truly be focusing on? You can go ahead and feel free to comment. Excellent. All right. So now that you have pen on hand and something to take notes with, I want you guys to write down future pacing. Future pacing. I have found that having the ability to be a great storyteller, having the ability to have strong language patterns, and a big important one is the confidence that we have. There's this other level that we have, which is what I'm going to talk about today. Under future pacing, I want you to write down, it's a simple technique that can have a significant, and underline the word significant, impact on your ability to persuade others. So I'm going to repeat that once more. It's a simple technique that can have a significant impact on your ability to persuade others. And here's what it comes down to, guys. This technique helps your clients visualize kind of like a new future of what's possible. Because here's the thing, guys, we have a vision and a goal in mind, but the reality is that if our clients don't understand it, the reality is they're never going to buy into it. And this technique helps them buy into that and be able to visualize of where you're trying to take them to. So I want you guys to make it a standard moving forward that it is imperative that you future pace your clients moving forward. And before I get into the steps, I do want to share a quick story of something that happened to me years ago, and I had no clue of any of these things. Was helping a buyer. Didn't future pace whatsoever. I mean, I didn't really let her know what the next steps were. So it comes to home inspection time. And at the home inspection, I kid you not, she probably showed up with like 10 family members. And with the 10 family members, as we were doing the home inspection, guess what? All of a sudden, everybody around her became an appraiser, a mortgage professional, a realtor, home inspector, and so on. Point is, everybody started giving their input, and at that given moment, I lost all control. Home inspector lost all control, and she started buying into the opinion of the family members. And you can almost already guess what happened to that transaction, right? Canceled. Done. That was a very hard lesson to learn. However, it woke me up and turned me into this direction where when you're applying this technique, believe me that it's a win-win because you service the client and you give them the service that they deserve, and most importantly, the results that they deserve. And it's a win for you because it makes your career and what you do a lot easier. Make sense, guys? Excellent. Okay, so I want to go ahead and get into step number one. I need you to write down step number one is acknowledge where they are right now. Acknowledge where they are right now. Because, guys, if you want to be persuasive, then you cannot be dismissive. I'll repeat that again. If you want to be persuasive, then you cannot be dismissive. And here's the reality: your clients, they need to feel important. And if you think about it, the first step to influencing them is to acknowledge their current position. And trust me, otherwise they're going to resist you. You have to acknowledge where they're at. If not, they're going to resist you. You're going to get a lot of pushback. So before we try to take them to that next level, we have to acknowledge where they're at right now. Make sense? Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some examples, okay, of future pacing. So for example, if we have a client who is nervous, okay, and I'm going to go slow here because I want you to write down this example. So let's start with, I know that you're a bit nervous right now. I know that you're a bit nervous right now. And I completely understand why you feel that, because guess what? I would feel just like you. So if you guys think about it, guys, I'm acknowledging them, but I'm not making them feel bad because they're nervous. Now we let them know that, and now we have to think about the next steps that we need to take so I can help you achieve your goals. And at the end of the day, getting this done for you. However, Mr. Client, it's going to require us to take a certain approach that might have its challenges, but in the end, it's going to be very rewarding. See, guys, so if you think about that, we let them know if there's some bumps in the road, you're letting them know that can possibly happen. So if it does happen, they're not shocked. But if you also think about it, at the end of the day, they're going to have the end in mind because there's going to be a big reward waiting for them. Step number 2, it's future pace. And there you're taking your clients to a particular event in the future where they are utilizing and applying what you're sharing with them. To future pace, guys, I need you to write down and underline, you need to use the word imagine along with a clear time frame. So you need to use the word imagine with a clear time frame. So use the word imagine with a clear time frame. I'm going to share with you 2 examples of that. First one, Mr. Client, imagine this. 30 days from now, when you're driving up to your amazing home that you're going to be able to call your own. So I'm going to stop there, guys. So think about that. I use the word imagine. I gave the time frame, and I shared with them the future event. So I'm going to repeat that again. Mr. Client, imagine 30 days from now, okay, which is the time, when you're driving up to your amazing home that you'll now be able to call your own. That's the outcome. That's what happens. You're helping them already picture that and be in that event, even though it hasn't happened. Second example, because I want you guys to grasp this. So all of you wonderful agents that are here with us this morning, imagine this. A week from now, when you're using the future pace pattern in all of your presentations and you're able to influence your clients into making an educated decision, they're going to buy into your way of thinking. So again, if you guys see that, it's the word imagine. A week from now is the time frame. Okay, and then the future is you already seeing yourself going through your buyer presentation or listing presentation and your clients buying into their vision, your vision, and where you're trying to take them to. Imagine telling your clients when escrow opens up as far as communication goes, right? Will you make a commitment that every Monday at 5 p.m., no matter what, whether it's good news, no news, bad news, they're going to hear from you? Instead of they either don't hear from you or they will randomly hear from you. See the difference? They already know what to expect, and it puts them at ease, and it puts you at ease. Number 3, write down post acknowledgement. Post acknowledgement. And with that, in the same way that people like to be acknowledged of where they're at, they also want to be recognized of where they're going to be ending up. And I know you guys might be thinking, okay, but how can I celebrate if we're not there yet? But it goes back to having the end in mind. So if your vision is to hand them keys or handing their closing check and celebrating, you got to take them to that moment and imagine it and think about it, even though it hasn't happened yet. Because you have to commit to the future outcome, and you have to be able to communicate like it's just a matter of time. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. It's the certainty and the confidence that you're showing them that you're able to lead them. So 3 quick examples of the acknowledgement. You can write down A, that would be great. B, write down that would be a huge accomplishment for you. That would be a huge accomplishment for you. Or the third one, that's going to be a whole new life for you. Wow. Good for you. If you've never heard, trust me, guys, that moving forward, this will leave you thinking about it. The more you do it, the easier it will become. And again, just think about it a month from now. New approach, new strategy. And trust me, as again, the more and more that you do it, the easier it becomes. And it'll become a win-win for you and your clients. So guys, I hope that was helpful for you. Feel free to comment. I really hope that you got something from it. And should you want to talk about it and reach out, please don't hesitate. I'm always here to help in any way that I can. Okay. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get into our